Hi guys, this is just a quick tutorial video about how you can connect your PS4 DualShock controller to your Android device, specifically on the Xiaomi brand. This device that I'm using, the phone that I have, is the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 with 4 GB RAM and around 6 inches display size. So what you're gonna have to do first what you're gonna need is of course your PS4 controller and then the game you want to play. For this one I'm gonna use Dragoness Mobile C. That's the game that I'm going to use. And then you need this application called Octopus. This one. So once you have Octopus installed, it's a free application. So just go ahead and get that. You're also going to need an OTG cable. The Xiaomi Mi Max 2 has a Type C jack, so you're gonna need an OTG cable, USB to Type C OTG, and then you're gonna need a cable for your PS4 controller, which is a micro USB to a USB cable. So you're gonna need a cable that is from micro USB to USB cable, and then another one which is the OTG for Type C to USB to Type C. So you connect that and then you go to your settings on your phone. If you haven't enabled your developer options, you can look that up online. I'm probably going to type in the description how to do it. So you go to your settings, go to additional settings, and then developer options. You enable developer options, and the thing that you have to look for here is USB debugging. You have to enable that. Uh, USB debugging security system settings. This is what you need to have to make the controller function with your phone. Without this option turned on, the phone will not respond to the controller if you connect it via USB. You can also connect it via wirelessly Bluetooth, but if you do that, then there might be a bit of a lag or problem or delay when you are using the controller with your games. There's like some dead zone, or when you use the joystick, it does not respond right away. There's like half a second delay. So it's much better if you use a wired method of using your joystick, your controller with your phone, so that the connection is direct and there's no delay in your commands or controller and your phone. So you need to enable this USB debugging security settings. It says allow granting permissions and simulating input via USB debugging. So once you've enabled that, you can now use your PS4 controller with your phone. One more thing you'd want to check is media. Disable USB debugging, USB audio routing. I'm sorry. Disable USB audio routing. You have to turn this on, because if you do not turn this on, your PS4 controller has a built-in speaker, and if you do not turn this on, the phone will detect that speaker and it will try to use the controller as a audio output speaker, which is really not gonna work. I don't know, it just doesn't work right now. So you might as well just disable it if you want to have sounds coming out from your phone instead of your controller. And then once you've done all that, you just have to go back and then restart your phone. You have to reboot it, and then after that you connect your controller. If you see a headphones icon on the top right of your phone when you connect your controller, and even though you do not have a headphones connected, that means you forgot to enable the disabling of the USB audio routing. So go ahead and do that. Anyway, so now that we have it all set up, we just go to Octopus, and as you can see here, one device is connected, so an interactive entertainment wireless controller. When you click on that, it says available peripherals, that is the controller. Then you can also connect using Bluetooth. So we're gonna use your Bluetooth to connect with your controller, but we're not gonna do that since we're gonna go wired. It does not say in this app that you can connect through wired, that it will detect controllers through wired connection, but fortunately it did detect even though it's wired. So now we add the game we want to play or restore the application with. So for this one I just use Dragon SM, it's already added, so we're not gonna open it. It's now launching an application. The reason we have to open the game through Octopus is because the Octopus is the application that helps in configuring your joystick with your phone. Like the buttons, what will the buttons do? It's for key mapping. So what happens when I press the square button? Where is it going to simulate the finger touch on your screen? You're going to use Octopus to set it up, find out where it's going to press. So now it's loading. See if you can see it right there. It's pretty transparent, but it's right here. If you click it on the upper left, here you can see my settings, my key maps. I have it set up already. First, we're gonna go into the game. See, there's sound coming out of the phone. The good thing about this is that you can play on your phone with joystick controller rather than using your fingers on the touchscreen, and it's very responsive too. The downside is that you're gonna need a PS4 controller. If you don't have one, then might as well get another controller. If you do have a PS4 already, then you can use your controller and just do this instead of buying another controller for Android. Another downside is that you're gonna need something to hold your phone. You cannot do this while laying in bed because you're gonna have your hands full with the joystick, and then your phone will no one will hold your phone up so that you can see it. So if you need to, there's some controllers like ipega or ipega that has a cell phone holder, so you can use those controllers with cell phone holders. Okay, so now we're gonna go with mission and show the key maps. We're still using a bit of touchscreen functionality because this is just some sort of adaptation for the joystick, not really a full joystick compatibility game, compatible game. So now we're gonna check our. As you can see here, this one right here is my left joystick. You have to size it just the right size with what you see on your game. So each game has its own settings or buttons, commands that you're gonna have to configure this with. Okay, so to for example, you just add a key and you can place it anywhere. So for example, I'm gonna press the right the R3 button, and it shows up as start. So now when I press the R3 button, this circle right here, this area covered by this circle is going to get pressed like a touch, like as if you pressed it with your fingers. That's what all these circles do. And this one right here is the right mouse button. I mean the right joystick. This is for changing the camera view. Okay, so we now have it all set up. You can also change the mode for keyboard if you're going to use a keyboard instead of a joystick. In the settings, there's not much for settings here except the inverting of y-axis on the right joystick, inverting of left joystick axis, quick turning, move right analog twice to turn around, reduce point of view speed while pressing left button. The button opacity, you can use this if you want to see your button settings while playing, or you can turn it all the way down to make it invisible. It's still there, it's just not visible. So now I'm gonna move my right joystick. Oh, I'm sorry. This mission does not allow moving of the right joystick. So I'm gonna use the left joystick instead. And I'm gonna play with my so much better than having it wireless because having it wired is very expensive compared with keypress. It feels so natural as well. And see how sensitive that control is. I'm just moving it around. Oh, okay. So that's how you set up your joystick with your Android phone, specifically the Xiaomi phone. Alright, thanks for watching. And hope this helped. Thank you.